What's good, YouTube? It is your man DonnPlayz, and I am back with some more Madden 24. Now, in today's video, it is not a career. We're not continuing a career right now. In this video, I am going to show you guys how to put yourself in the 2024 draft class. Now, the only reason I'm showing y'all this video is because y'all asked for this. I got a comment asking how to put people or myself, my friends in the 2024 draft class. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that sub button, turn on post notifications so you guys are notified every time I upload a banger video. And also, your boy been streaming on Twitch. We streaming on Twitch every day. Y'all go follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/DonnPlayz. The link to my Twitch will be down in the description below, so y'all go ahead and join me on that. And without further ado, let's get right into the video, man. Yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go to franchise. Once you go to franchise, it's going to load up. You know how it goes. As you can see, I have many franchises. I love doing franchises. You can see I have head coaching ones, or I have rebuild teams. If you guys want me to rebuild the team, y'all comment down below on this video what team you guys want me to rebuild, and I will rebuild them, make it into one video, see how many years it takes us to get to the Super Bowl. Alright, but we're going to go create a new league. And here I use the active roster. I don't use the real life NFL roster, start with real life NFL stats rosters and more. I use the active roster. So what this does is whatever the roster is right now, it imports it. So it basically gives me the updated roster as we go. So it's importing over 3,000 players. It's gonna take a minute. So we're just gonna let it wait. We're at 40%, about to hit 50%. Let's go. It takes a while just because it's gotta put every real player in the game right where they need to be. So, you know, it just takes a while. But you always want to do either active or real life. It's really a preference. I do active because whoever's hurt needs to be hurt. That way the season goes kind of like a little different. Trades and things of that nature. Now we're on choose a team. You always want to choose your team or whatever team you feel like doing, because the first year you're going to sim through all the way up until you get to the draft. So what I do is I typically choose the Rams. The Rams are my favorite team, and I go with Sean McVay, right? And then here, none of this really matters because, again, we're just kind of going through the first season, so we don't tweak anything until after the draft. So we do start playing, and right now it's going to take us to the preseason, but if you want to do this a little faster, you can start in the regular season. So nothing here matters. We advance and we jump to the regular season. Why? Because in the regular season, week 1 is where you get to choose your draft class, what draft class you want to use, and things of that nature. So now, we're week 4, here we are. This is week 4, all the draft class, you know, as you're looking at basically from the coach's point of view. So right here, you want to go to the option that says choose draft class. Once you do that, they give you an option to keep auto-generated rookies, download from Madden share, or import a local file. Now, usually you want to go to download the Madden share, but I'm going to go to import local file because I already have a file with all the rookies on it. Now, the file I like to use this class called 2024. This is my class. I took a class and then I tweaked it and I saved it and I exported it. So this is the 2024 class. It's got 450 players on there. So once you import the class, this is going to be the draft class. And then once we get this draft class, I'm going to show you guys how to edit everybody. Boom. So here you have Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr., like basically everybody who's considered to be going into the draft. Kool-Aid McKinstry, like. And then here I am. So like I said, this has already been saved. I'm right here. I'm pretty sure CJ Matthews is in this class. If I look correctly, let me look. So CJ Matthews is not in this class. This might have been the one I did with another friend of mine. Let me see. Yeah, so I put my friend Miles Davis in this class. Which, if y'all don't know who Miles is, that's Arc Variant. But so I'm gonna just, you know, pretend to. Let's go to Jaden Daniels right here. We're gonna press L3, and as you can see, it says edit draft class, and it gives you 3 options to download, import, or edit the draft class. Here we're gonna go edit. Once you go to edit draft class, now we are on the roster, and with this roster, you can go with any QB, any running back, any fullback, any wide receiver, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the middle linebackers, because the middle linebackers I feel like is a slept-on position. And I never do like the top 3 to top 4 picks, only because I feel like in real life those are the real guys who are gonna go. So I just want to make it somewhat realistic. So let's just do Tommy here. And mind you, I'm not gonna edit anything with Tommy, and it's not gonna be a series just because this is not, I'm just showing you guys how to do it. So I know I'm covering it, but you want to do first name, last name, the position. Here you can change the position to anything you want. So even though he's a middle linebacker, you can change it to right outside linebacker, left outside linebacker, to a D tackle, whatever position you want. I typically try to say choose somebody in the position class that you want, and then just kind of go from there. Jersey number you can always change. The hand is the college they went to, their age. You can make them younger. You can keep them at the age that they are at. The ratings. Here you get to tweak ratings. Now, I had somebody in my comment section on one of my older videos be complaining about me and my friends being 80 overalls. That really doesn't matter because we have to get drafted into the best situation. I'm an 82 overall and I'm on the Lions, and as y'all can tell from my career, it's not going like how you would think an 80 overall rookie's career is gonna go. So it's just like the rating really doesn't matter, and it only matters like how high you get picked and where you put your player in the draft class. So whoever you decide to change in the draft class, then that's how your player will get picked. And your overall can always change based off of morale or whatever. So right now, I think he's like a 69, 70 overall. So you can go down anything and tweak it based off your position. So he's a middle linebacker, so jumping, hitting, play recognition for him, like these are the things. Everything past lead blocking, everything past here is stuff you want to upgrade to make him better. He's not going to be kick return, but you know, stamina, toughness, injury, those are the things you want to upgrade when you're on defense. And obviously on offense, if you're a quarterback, you want to upgrade your throw accuracy, throw power, running back, you're carrying and things of that nature, and the receiver you're catching. So now here we have the developmental traits. So you can have a normal, star, superstar, X factor. You obviously, you know, if you're controlling your person and you want to be an X Factor, you can be an X Factor, but you don't get your X Factor right away, I don't think. Or if you want to do something a little challenging, you can do like a normal or a star. That way you kind of upgrade a little bit slower than everybody else. I don't really understand what the penalty is, so I just kind of like go disciplined. If you want your player to be undisciplined and your player kind of just doesn't care. Throw ball is only for quarterbacks. Sense pressure is only for quarterbacks. Force passes only for quarterbacks. Right, the options: conservative, ideal, aggressive, trigger happy, ideal, average, oblivious, paranoid. Fight for extra yards. I always put yes no matter what. Covers the ball for all hits. Defensively, so this is all base preference, but these are just kind of the options. Big hitter, utilize finesse moves, power moves, high motor, predictability, QB style, linebacker style, aggressive catch, possession after catch, runs after catch, strip as well. So those are those three options. And then back at the first option, as you can see, there's an edit appearance tab. Now in the edit appearance tab, you can edit, you can tweak your gear any way you would like. So you can change the accessories and things of that nature, and you get the headgear, the torso, the arms, the lower body, and the shoes. And then appearance is the head, you know, like how they look. Even though you'll be wearing a helmet most of the time, it's just how they look. You know, when you're on the screen waiting to play the next game, they won't have their helmets on and things of that nature, and their physique. So you can change their height, their weight, you know, how everything looks on their body. So it's very customizable, and it's amazing. And then once you do all that, you go back, you save the changes, and if you made any changes, then you go back and you save and exit. And the reason you save and exit is because now this is the class that they will be there. So after you done edited your person, you'll be in the class. So as you can see, here's my player. I'm gonna show you guys. So right now they say he's a top fit for the Seahawks, the Cardinals, and the Ravens. Right? They don't tell you how he does at the combine or anything like that until after he's drafted. But if you want to see how he looks right before the draft, let me show you. You press L3, you do edit draft class. So now it's going to take me right back to the screen. And instead of middle linebacker, we're going to go to cornerbacks. And here he is right here. He's an 84 overall, which is the highest rated cornerback in the entire draft, which again, really does not matter. You just start off with higher stats than most people, which it really doesn't matter, right? So then we're going to edit him. And then this is how he looks going into the season. I made him number 13 for Florida State, 20 years old. Here's his stats. Man-to-man base corner, so that's why he's an 84 overall. His ratings is superstar. I didn't put X Factor because I wanted to do superstar, discipline. And you know, obviously the drip is customized, so I'm not gonna go all into why his drip is the way it is, but it's customized, right? You save and exit. Once you do all of that, you go back out, and then you're going to go, you're gonna miss everything else because you already set your draft class up. You're gonna go to sim to, I always sim to the draft. So from that moment, you sim to the draft, and I'm gonna show you guys thoroughly like how this goes. just because I want you guys to see like how it works. So we're not gonna sit through the entire draft. I'm gonna send the draft so you guys can see like where my player got drafted and where my other creative person got drafted, just so you guys understand. And then I'm gonna show you guys how to control your creative player after the draft. So I'll catch you guys once the season's over. I just wanted to explain that to you all. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we've made it to the end of the season, and so at the end of the season, once you go to the draft, right, we skip the first season. Again, we don't really care about who won the Super Bowl, did what, you know, it's not a matter of that, just because you will be using whatever player you get within that time frame. So we're going to start the NFL draft. We're going to simulate the entire draft. Now, why are we simulating the entire draft? Because it does not matter where you get drafted. It does not matter who you get drafted to, because all you want to do is just play on your creative player. That's all you really want to do. You don't care about who you get drafted to. Like, I care a little bit because I'm making a series. Like, me getting drafted to the Lions, I thought it was going to be good. We're 1-2 right now. And if you want to see where your player gets drafted, you just go to draft recap and you view contract details. It's going to first pull up the team that you decided, and as you can see, they took Drake May, which means Caleb Williams went somewhere else. So what you want to do is you want to go to NFL, because there's going to be an option for NFL here, so you can see everybody who got drafted in the NFL, and then whatever position, never mind. So you do all rounds, boom, Jared Verse, Caleb Williams, and you just want to scroll. And the reason you want to scroll is until you see your character. So as you can see, I got drafted to the Cardinals, which in another universe, this is where I got drafted to as well. Right, and then we gonna keep scrolling until we see Miles Davis, who got drafted to the Jaguars. So now, we're gonna control me. So the way we're gonna do that is, now that we know where we got drafted to, which is the Arizona Cardinals, who happen to be in the same division as my Rams. What you wanna do is you wanna go to options, and you want to retire. And then once you go to retire, you do create a new character. You say yes. Why? Because it'll bring you right back. You go to the team you were drafted to. Once you check the draft recap, and since mine was the Cardinals, where are they? Here I go. As you can see, I'm one of the top players on the team already. And then you change your role, and you go to player, then you go to active player. You don't go to make a new player. You go to active because you got drafted. And boom, then you select the player that you chose, and then you do start playing. Once you do that, this will pop up. Now you're on your player. You can edit your player, you can view the team, things of that nature, up until the season and you play the games. Now, if you want to control only your player, this is how you get the player lock. You go to franchise settings, you go to league settings. So franchise settings and league settings. Then you kind of just scroll all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. It's so far. And where it says full on-field control, you turn off. Why do you turn it off? Because if it's on, then you're controlling offense, defense, special teams. It's like you're playing head-to-head on Madden. You turn it off, and if you don't want to be an instant starter, then you turn it off. And everybody will have a lower overall rating other than at their other players at their position. If you turn it on, you know. So it's just like if you want to come off the bench like you're not the best, if you want to tell a story like you're not the best player to come out of the draft, then you turn the instant starter off. I always have it on just because I want to get straight to the content. But I might do one where I'm not an instant starter. So then full on-field control you turn off. That way you're controlling only your player. And you can also tweak the settings at this point. However you want to tweak the settings, it's completely up to you guys. But then from there, now you're only controlling your player. So if I wanted to advance to the preseason, there's nothing left for me to do except for to do the practice, to go to practice, view the team, edit my player, and then play the preseason game. So that's all it takes. It's a very, not a tedious process, but it's just kind of like, you know, if you want to do something different, not just the regular superstar mode, which I'm going to get back into, actually. I want to get back into the superstar mode, and then come back to franchise eventually, but we'll see how it goes. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all have a better understanding of how to put yourself into Madden 24. It's your man DonnPlayz. I love y'all. More content coming soon. More gaming content coming soon. We've got Naruto Boruto Storm Connections dropping real soon. Streaming on Twitch every day. So again, y'all go follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/DonnPlayz. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.